Hi. That was cheesy. So yeah, this is just like a video response to what my ears look like without tunnels in. Do 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 do. Bit of glam there for ya. So yeah, I get this question quite a lot. I guess if you don't have stretched ears, then it's kind of weird, interesting. You might be quite inquisitive as to what stretched ears look like without tunnels in, because I guess tunnels or plugs, I guess if you don't know someone personally, then you probably won't see them when they don't have their tunnels or plugs in. So yeah, so if you're quite keen-eyed amongst you, then you might have noticed that I've already taken one out. So that's what it looks like when I don't have a plug or tunnels in. Although to be honest, that's kind of not a proper representation, because I've literally just taken this out before I press record, so like a minute ago. And as anyone with stretched ears will know, when you first take your tunnel out, your hole looks really big, because obviously you've had it in like all day or for however long, so the hole like molds around the tunnel or plug. I'm just gonna say tunnel for the sake of this video. So yeah, so when you first take it out, you're like, shit, that's really big. But I mean, seriously, give it like an hour and it'll start shrinking. Like, probably realistically, when I don't have plugs in or tunnels, I just said I'd say tunnels and now I'm saying plugs. What the fuck? When I don't have my tunnels in, say if I've left it out for a few hours, then it looks like, it's really hard, something like that. It's a lot smaller. Also because the blood circulation, when you have your tunnels in or plugs, the blood circulation isn't that good, so it's really recommended that you take your jewellery out for like a few hours a day at least. So say if I'd taken this out a few hours ago, it'd look a lot smaller, and I mean my lobes are still pretty thick anyway, but it'd be a lot thicker blood clots because of the blood circulation, so it'd be a lot smaller and a lot thicker. So yeah, so that's, I thought I'd be really clever. I've left one in and took one out. It's like, I'm seriously Blue Peter right now. I'm doing some serious Blue Peter shit. Like, here's one I made earlier. That's what, this is 40mm. I mean, there is a like 2mm size difference. This is 40. Oh god, did you hear that breath then? Jesus. That's 38. So yeah, so obviously when you have a tunnel in, it stretches your ear. This is the big daddy-o, this is my big ear. What the fuck? Obviously when you have your tunnel in, it looks a lot bigger, you know. You wouldn't think that that hole has that sort of effect. That's not the right word. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. You wouldn't think that that hole would turn into that, but obviously, like, it kind of stretches it. It's kind of stretchy. Well, it's really stretchy. I love doing that. It's so freaky. Oh god, I love it, because I know that it's going to really piss people off, like, ew, what the fuck, and I'm just going to be like, yeah, wow, that was really unattractive. So I just thought, whilst I'm making this video, I may as well, what the fuck, sorry, I look a mess, it's like 3 in the morning, and I just don't give a shit anymore. Whilst I'm making this video, I may as well just answer like a few other general questions that I get quite a lot about stretched ears. The first one is, does it hurt? Get this one all the time. The actual process of stretching, it's not painful, it's like uncomfortable. Especially the first few stretches, they're the worst, to be honest, because the hole's tight. But it's not like a painful experience. It's like a dull ache, it's not like a ow. It's like, oh, a bit like that. It's just really like annoying. That's the sort of pain I'd describe. It's just annoying. It's not painful like a piercing. It's like, ow. How have I even just formulated that sentence? It was purely like, ow, god, this is what 3 AM videos do to you. That sounds weird. So yeah, so that's, yeah. So the actual process of stretching doesn't really hurt, it's just uncomfortable. And then people ask me like if it hurts whilst just generally wants to have it in. And I'm like, no, of course it doesn't hurt. It's exactly the same as a piercing. Obviously, when you first get it, that's when it hurts and you're like, ow. But then once it heals and you get used to it, you can't feel it at all. You don't even know it's there. I mean, obviously, because mine are quite big, like, I'm always aware of them because I'll just, like, you know, if I'm doing my hair or something, it'll just be, like, really on sharp. But it doesn't hurt at all just to have them in, except in the winter. Winter sucks so much because it really, like, if you're not careful, it can fuck your ears up so much. That's when having them can hurt a bit, but it's just one of them things. You just need to be careful, basically, in the winter. What other questions do I get asked? Other questions are, how long did it take for me to stretch? In which case, it took me 3 years, because I'm not a dick and I didn't rush it. Don't rush stretching your ears, that's just not cool. What other questions do I get? Well, what size am I, which I've kind of already answered. That's 40, and that's 38. But I might downsize, actually, because I want to switch to plugs soon. And obviously plugs are a lot heavier, so you get, like, dead stretch, dead weight, whatever you want to call it. So I'll probably go up by like 2mm because of the size. So I might downsize both of them to 38 or 36, so that once I get the dead stretch, I'll be at like 38, 40 anyway. Because if I'm at 40 and then I start getting dead weight, I'm going to be like 42 and I don't really want to go much bigger. So yeah, wow, that was a pure rambling to myself, wasn't it? It's like my inner monologue. So yeah, that's kind of all the questions I get, really. Apart from the abuse, which is always lovely to receive. So yeah, I'm just kind of chatting bullshit now. Sorry, I can hear someone's car alarm. It's always good to be home, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's another thing, actually. I just want to apologise for the surroundings. I'm at home at the minute, like my actual home, not my flat in Leicester. And obviously, because I don't live here anymore, my mum's just like made the room into like a laundry room. Honestly, she's just hanging the washing up and shit everywhere. So that's why it looks a bit of a mess. It's just clothes, don't judge me. So yeah, that's kind of it. As I said, I'll just do another cheeky Blue Peter section before. Here's one I made earlier. And afterwards, I swear to God, it started shrinking a bit already. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of it. There's not really much else to say, so I hope you enjoy my holy years. Yeah. There you go. Have fun.